everybody. Brad Stevens here, founder and CEO of Outsource Access, where we provide vetted and trained, fantastic talent from the Philippines supporting business owners, small to medium business owners all over the world in all kinds of different industries. We're very industry agnostic and functions across operations, marketing, bookkeeping, HR, personal tasks, kind of across the board, based here in the Philippines. And I am in Cagayan de Oro, which is actually where our core office is based. And it's the first time I've been back to the Philippines. We're based in the southern part of the Philippines since COVID. And getting a chance to go visit. We've grown to 480 employees in just 3.5 years. And Alyssa, who I'm going to be talking with here in just a second, she was part of one of the first 4 employees of our organization. So it's really cool for us to do some trip down memory lane. Feels like an eternity, but only 3.5 years ago, where we were at 4 people and now at 484, I think, actually, as of this morning. And you've been a big part of that journey. So we're doing this series called OA Team Profiles to kind of just share with the world, kind of, as I learned here in the Philippines, the phenomenal talent that exists here and the impact it's had in their lives and also in the clients and businesses that we work with across the world, bringing those two worlds together. So been traveling to all the different cities. We're kind of a work from home model. We let people work from home, but also come to office space, like this beautiful office space, about 5,000 square feet that we built out, that they can do co-working as well if they'd like. And just doing meet and greets to get to see everybody in person. Haven't been able to do that because of COVID, and particularly even Alyssa and I haven't been able to see each other in person in over 3 years, which is kind of crazy. So excited to jump into this series and share a little bit more about the growth and our journey and growing as a company that Alyssa's been able to experience, kind of firsthand. So thank you for coming and being here. She even had a vacation she was on, and when I was coming, she even changed her vacation and flew back from Cebu to be here early. So extra gracious for that.
No, thank you so much for this opportunity to have a short conversation with you. It's a pleasure.
Oh, well, my pleasure, and you have been a big part of our journey from the beginning. So we'll kind of reflect on a little bit of that. But first of all, just to get to know you personally, and which I know some of that, but I'd like to share with our audience. So we're here in CDO. So this is where you're from originally?
Yes, I grew up in CDO, and I've been living here for 26 years.
26 years from the beginning. And so brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 6 siblings. And I have 2 brothers. I have 4 sisters, and then I'm the youngest.
Ooh, another baby of the family. It's like we either have firstborns in OA or we have the babies of the family. And actually, your sister is a part of our team now too, right?
Yes. As much as possible, I wanted to invite everybody around me to OA because I'm just confident that Outsource Access is OA amazing. Well,
we appreciate that, and we've heard from a lot of stories. You were the point of influence for a lot of people to kind of join. So when we first started, so Outsource Access, we actually launched as what's known as Outsource Access now in the middle of 2019. But before that, I was just doing a lot of speaking and consulting on the whole outsourcing industry. I'd learned how to do it in building and growing my last company that I built before Outsource Access. And I wanted to bring that message to the world. And I met Jaisel, who's my very first VA that I worked with from the Philippines, who's crazy enough now our chief operating officer, over 480 plus people. But it was her journey and seeing her ability to elevate and raise her lid is what inspired me to bring that same experience to other business owners. And we've seen it repeat itself over and over again here. But in the beginning, I was just speaking, consulting. I'd kind of help advise clients. What this whole world was about, how they could engage, and I'll refer them actually to other companies, and didn't have our own. And people kept saying, Brad, why don't you just start your own outsourcing company? So Alyssa came on board actually when I was still in the middle of doing speaking, consulting. We hadn't even launched Outsource Access as a company, and help facilitate the workshop experience and so forth. And we decided to go ahead and make the leap to launch our own outsourcing company instead of just referring to other people. And so ended up flying over and touring a bunch of facilities. And in the middle of 2019, we launched Outsource Access and got our first client and actually providing the VA services to them. And we had to convince other people to be VAs in our business. We had our first, and then we had to inspire other people to want to be VAs, as well as I was kind of growing the client side from a speaking standpoint. So that's where Alyssa entered our story. So kind of talk about what your first role was when you first joined with us.
Okay, so when I started with Outsource Access, I was applying as a virtual assistant. And I could remember it vividly. It was Jaisel and Jake who interviewed me. And then we were discussing, and then while they were asking questions, they were very passionate about the company. It's a startup, those things. And then I shared my passion about recruitment. And I thought I would work as a VA, and then Jaisel popped the question, do you want to be our HR? So that's when everything started. And I'm just so grateful to Jaisal because it was her who believed in me from the start. He offered me the job after a few weeks, and then I started, and that's when my journey started. I'm just grateful, and now I'm more than 3 years in the company.
So she had that eye for talent for you
It's true.
immediately right out of the gates, and that's been part of her magic sauce. She sees in others what their potential is and how she can encourage them.
Yes,
She's my personal. She chaperones me around still. She's my boss in terms of even here, like the schedule I have. It's like, Brad, do you do this? So, but she's got a great eye for talent and how to inspire people, and
Yes.
and so you joined us at that point. But and we'll continue talking about your journey. But just real quick, so as far as you went to college here, and what did you major in?
Psychology.
In psychology.
Yes. So prior to joining Outsource Access, I was really into recruitment. So in college, we have this internship, and I chose IO. It's for recruitment. It's for the corporate world. So I work on that, and while I was applying for Outsource Access, I was really working as an ESL teacher. So I thought, okay, how about I become a teacher? So I was applying as a teacher back then, and then my friend introduced me to Outsource Access. He said, why don't we try to become a VA, to apply, it's an online job, things like that. So I applied, and when the offer came, the offer for teacher also came. So I need to choose between the two, and I just decided, okay, I'll go for OA. And then that's it.
Well, I'm glad that you took the left fork in the road and came our direction. So we were your first kind of opportunity really out of college then,
That's
right?
true, that's true. And I never regretted it. It's the best. It's the best decision. And I have my team with me here. Every day, I'm just grateful for the company. I'm grateful for the team that I have, and for the job that I have. Earlier, there was like a testimonial of an employee, and I got teary-eyed because I never thought that I made a big impact by doing the interview and believing in her. Those things, Brad, those are the reasons why I'm still with the company, and I love my job.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for inspiring others. You know, and I was the one doing that interview and just hearing, they were referencing you multiple times, of like you were the person that inspired them to kind of go down this path, and they weren't thinking this was a fit for them. And on the other side, they shared it was one of the best decisions that they made. So it feels good to have that kind of impact, I'm sure, with everyone. So we were your first kind of opportunity, so joined OA, and then kind of what our growth has been, since then. So you now have built a team as we've grown as a company. It was, you were just handling HR by yourself, kind of solo. Jaisal saw that opportunity for you, and then you kept building. So what does your team structure look like now, and kind of how's the growth been? Just describing being a part of a hyper-growth business that's grown to this number of people. Kind of share what that journey has been like, and how you've built your team to kind of support what you need to be successful going forward.
Okay, so when I started, I was doing everything in the HR part, and it was Jaisal who supported me along the way. It was really hard at first because when I joined, I have no knowledge about VA job, about automation, about tools, about platforms, those things. I would ask Jaisal, what is platform? What is how do I, like, what's the meaning of this, and then what's the meaning of this? And she would guide me, and along the way we were able to create the processes.
Yeah.
And we're able to create really good interview questions. We're able to hire talents. And surprisingly, every week we'll get like 100 applicants. It's amazing, Brad. And now we have 450 employees. Sometimes I would think I would reflect and check on, the numbers, and I would think all of these talents really went through our process.
Yeah.
Really, like the process that we have created. So it's amazing. With the talent we have now, with the team that I have, after HR, I focus on recruitment, and that's talent acquisition. And I have the best team in the world. They're the best team.
Well, tell us about, real quick, that team, because I know we want to celebrate them as well, but tell them kind of what role that they play.
Okay, so the talent acquisition, they're crying. Okay, so for the talent acquisition, what we do is we hire talents, we vet them, and we make sure that they are fully screened, they are prepared if ever they are matched to a specific client. But then, of course, for our recruitment, we don't limit ourselves to those people who have experiences. We also welcome those without experiences, because along the way, they could just learn things. And I believe for our employees right now, there's a lot of employees who are fresh grad. There are employees who are from different industries, but right now they've been with the company for a year or two. So I believe our recruitment, our screening process, our vetting process is of course, effective, because we grew to 450.
480. Where we are now.
Plus.
Exactly. Numbers,
450 plus.
Be prideful about those numbers, and you know, and I appreciate you sharing all that because it's reflective, of kind of what we do at Outsource Access to make sure that our clients are matched up, because it all starts there,
Yes.
right? If we don't do a good job of vetting and assessing the right kind of talent,
Yes.
then we're going to be a disappointment to our clients, and so it starts with that and making sure we do IQ testing, emotional intelligence testing, do a bunch of different assessments to make sure that they're a fit, so that we get the right match with our clients in
Yes.
the process. Secondly, though, is the fact that we do look at individuals both in terms of talent but also from an experience standpoint, right? And it's reflective of my journey with J-Cell, my very first VA, who you referenced, who believed and inspired you. Is I almost didn't hire her because she hadn't been a VA before. She was 24 years old, hadn't been a VA before. You know, the woman that was kind of helping me in the time. You know, I said, but she doesn't know Infusionsoft, which is the platform, right? You're talking about that I was using. And I almost didn't hire her, and she's like, no, Brad, I think you ought to reconsider. I think she's hungry. She shot a video telling you why she would be passionate about working for you and your company, because I shot a video asking for that person to shoot a video, and she did. So I rolled the dice with J-Cell, and that was my first entry point in like Infusionsoft. She'd never done it before, and all of a sudden, like in a week later, like she just sent me a picture of her certificate. And she's like, hey, I saw where they were doing this training, and so I went and got certified in Infusionsoft, and what's next?
Yeah.
And she just got knowledgeable in a couple of weeks, which, you know, some people I work with in the US, to be honest, it took them 3-4 months, and I had to prod and push, and she proactively did that and just continued to show her development to growth, get Lean Six Sigma certified, project management certified. And so when we decided to launch Outsource Access, you know, what you're sharing in our talent and acquisition department is it's not looking for somebody that's wildly experienced, because those platforms aren't super difficult to learn. It's about people that are fast learners, good communicators, can take feedback, that can grow and build with our clients. And obviously the model kind of works. So, you know, so reflect a little bit more. I mean, as you're sharing, when you're looking at talent, what are the things you're looking at to see, make sure they have that capacity?
Okay, I believe in recruitment. It's all about potential and believing in that potential. Just like what I've mentioned earlier, we have fresh grads, we have applicants from different industries, we have experienced talents. But then, you know, during the screening process, you would know that this person has potential. Sometimes they don't have any background, but you know that they will work hard the moment that they will be onboarded. So you just believe in them. And surprisingly, we have a lot of VAs right now who's been with their clients successfully, no background, but because they work so hard and because you believe in them, they're successfully doing their job. So it's really potential and believing in it.
And that's part of, you know, one of our goals is helping others realize their full potential, and that's what we've done as a company, and what we're trying to believe in people and their ability to do that. Then, you know, sitting in that chair, you know, interviewed some of our staff that had a degree in agriculture, a degree in, you know, mining engineering,
Yes.
or, you know, a degree in
Really hard.
psychology, or different wide-ranging, and stepped into a business and a role that they had never done before, but they quickly learned, adapted, built the skills, and their clients kind of connected with them in that process, and here they are, a success, you know, 2 years, 3 years, you know, later. So you've been a big part of that, and I just, you know, getting to be here just to see you and thank you again personally for being a part of our first Fab 4 staff and helping us grow to now where we are. And sky's the limit. You know, we're looking at double next year, maybe 1,000 plus kind of staff as we grow. And I know you will continue to be a shining light and carrying the OA spirit and core values, you know, along the way.
Yeah, I'm confident the talent acquisition team is ready.
No doubt. And seeing them in front of me, and you guys have developed, I think, the best video that you guys developed, the first video in our new office, and it was just this awesome video of each going from each person. And Brow, who's a part of the team, had that kind of vision, and it was a great way to showcase our office, but also show our process. And if you look exploring with us, you'll actually see that video in our journey. So, well, Eliza and Bam, as she goes, you learn in the Philippines, everybody has their nicknames, and so Bam, you get to know her personality. It's very appropriate. But thanks for being with me, and thanks for continuing to be a part of the OA journey. Well, this wraps up this episode of OA Staff Profile Insights, to kind of learn about our team members and how they came to learn about OA, a little bit about their personal backgrounds, and been a part of our journey. And so thankful for Eliza now and where we're going to be heading in the future. So if you want to learn more about us, outsourceaccess.com. Tons of great videos, as you've heard, about our process, our model, and an opportunity to book a call, you know, with one of our team members, do a free discovery call, and see if we could be a fit for you and your business. So until next time, thanks for stopping by.